Hey, what's going on, everyone? You might be viewing from Instagram or from Facebook, but I am here at my newly renovated house where I actually have a couple Airbnbs in the back. But we're here today to talk about owning Airbnbs and an Airbnb rental business. It's something that I've become very familiar with over the past year or so, and I've had a lot of people ask me about it, so I figured, why don't we just do a Facebook Live and an Instagram Live and ask any or answer any questions you guys may have. I know you guys might have quite a bit of answer or questions, but we did receive some over the evening. I did a little Instagram story, and we're going to dive into those right now. So if you guys are watching, feel free to engage or ask a bunch of questions. This is your chance to kind of grill me about Airbnb and how it works and short-term rentals. It's an incredibly good investment. It's been great for me so far. So here's kind of my story and answer any questions you guys got. So Sherilyn asked the first questions we had.
So what kind of properties did you buy?
Okay, so I bought in developing areas. Developing areas meaning there's proposed development in the areas, there's existing activities and things that are close by. So I bought in Logan Heights and I bought in Barrio Logan. I did a lot of research on areas, and this was kind of, not only was it attractive for Airbnb, but as an investment for a property in general, it was a really good idea. And you got to make sure that when you are selecting a place for an Airbnb, you need to take in consideration not only the neighborhood, but like I said, as an investment, as a property, because you will be purchasing the place. Next question.
And how much do you make from each listing? Just to give an idea of how much people can earn as extra income.
Okay, so it's different upon every property. I currently have 1 bedroom, 1 bath units. Depending where you are, they can range from anywhere from $75 a night to $150 a night. But from my research, what I've learned is that 3 bedroom, 2 bath houses make the most money hands down. So if you are out there watching and you have a house in North Park and it's a 3 bedroom, 2 bath, and you're considering Airbnb your place, you will make the most money hands down out of all the other mix of properties, competing against 1 bedroom, 1 bath places, or 2 bedroom, 2 bath. 3 bedroom, 2 bath houses are the most income producing on Airbnb. For me, I have 4 Airbnbs right now. They're all 1 bedroom, 1 bath units, and they range from $75 to $100 a night. And at that price point, they're booked pretty much every weekend and half of the days during the week right now.
So what are the current San Diego Airbnb laws?
So currently there's the Airbnb laws are being litigated right now, but proposed by the San Diego City Council, there are some restrictions that go into effect, will propose to go into effect next July. So what was decided was that if it is not your primary residence, so if you have an investment property somewhere else, you can't do Airbnb. It's fine, you can't do that. If it is your primary residence, no matter what type of property it is, a single family, a duplex, or a triplex, you can still Airbnb it out, but it's for a limited amount of time during the year. So all of these could change before now and July, but that is what it is proposed now. And I'm sure there are going to be, I don't want to say this loopholes, but I'm sure there's going to be ways to still do Airbnb legally, but that'll come in due time.
What are some tips do you have about having a successful Airbnb, like furniture, decoration, pictures, stuff like
Yeah,
that?
so successful Airbnb. This is still an ongoing process for me too, but I think first and foremost, design. So as Airbnb has grown, so has the clientele that use Airbnb, and they have grown to desire a little bit higher of a standard for where they stay. Granted, this is my personal opinion, but I think also as Airbnb begins to be more popular and more and more people want to use this platform, it's gonna saturate the market, and people who do not stand out will not succeed. So designing a really cute place is incredibly important, and this may eliminate you from doing it altogether because it's going to be too expensive. But if this is kind of the direction you want to go with something, don't skimp out on, furniture or decor or linens or whatever. People are going to comment on it, and people are going to say things, and people will review you poorly. So hire a designer if you can't do it, or spend the extra $100 on a lamp or a coffee table or something that'll add a little bit of character to the place. My Airbnbs, I didn't really theme them per se, but with the design, I did kind of make the design go together. And yeah, I have nice couches and nice coffee tables and beautiful decor on the wall and plants. I mean, plants add so much character to the inside. So to have a successful Airbnb, design first and foremost. Really good communication. And I mean, like, you're instantaneously responding to people, you're getting back to them, you're checking in, you're seeing how they're doing, you're seeing if they, if you can help them with any recommendations or whatever. You're just being there as a resource to provide them. And then third, maybe like a free thing. Like at one of my Airbnbs, I have free beer. It costs me like $15 every week or so, and people are like, oh my god, I got free beer, and it's cool. Or provide brochures or menus or things around the neighborhood that add value to where they're at, so that when they do get here, they may have never been to San Diego before, so that they know, just like, oh cool, the San Diego Zoo, oh, that costs $65 or whatever it is. They know, they just have a pamphlet with some information that you're providing value for them and making the overall experience fun and easy and enjoyable. The last thing I'd say is just make it clean. Come on, hire someone if you can't clean it yourself. It needs to be clean. So, stock that toilet paper, clean the windows, make sure that the entry looks pretty. Make it clean. Make it clean.
So can you talk about the difficulties about owning an Airbnb, like dealing with negative reviews or how to get a good review? Like, explain.
So the difficulties with Airbnb so far for me have been managing people's expectations. So what I mean is, your description online may say that there's air conditioning, but the air conditioning isn't in their mind what air conditioning is. I have portable units inside some of my Airbnbs, and they don't cool like a central AC system. But my description blatantly says no central AC, portable units, and so it's difficult for me to manage those expectations because I feel like I've done as much as I can as far as meeting those expectations. And to be honest, organization. Like, you need to make sure that everything is organized. You have your cleaning person set up, you have your, it's looking good, you have to make sure that there's repairs done, that you need to get repairs. Just staying organized is pretty difficult. But I'd say the most difficult thing so far is just managing people's expectations and exceeding them if possible is as I said earlier, as Airbnb's guests become more sophisticated and have a higher level of, higher standard of what they're staying in, they're going to expect a little bit more from you. Let me help her out.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so how do you get started with an Airbnb exactly? Like, what's the process of getting it online, marketing?
Okay, so to get started, first and foremost, you need to find a space, a property. I can help you out with that. But yeah, first you need to identify the property, figure out your budget that you want to spend or can spend on decor and setting it up. So once you figure out your budget, then you move on to go shopping. I mean, or prepping the property. I should say prepping the place, paint, light fixtures, changing windows, appliances, stuff like that. Again, you want it to look nice and clean and cute. So even if that means changing out the ceiling fan, replacing the windows, you got to do it. So property, budget, prep the property, go buy furniture, go buy decor, go buy window, treatments, everything like that to put in the property. And then photos. So you'll get photos taken. Please take professional photos. Do not use your iPhone or do not use, don't do it yourself. There are photographers out there that are anywhere from $150 to $200 that take phenomenal photos for you, and they edit them and they send them to you probably within 24 hours. So don't skimp out on photos. Also, if you're not a good writer, hire a friend who can write better than you and write the description of the property. This description is gold for you. I mean, not only are the pictures, but the description's golden. So you need to really write it out and talk about the neighborhood, talk about the area, or talk about the house, talk about the amenities. Really dive into it. Don't just say, located 1 mile from downtown. Talk about how easy it is to walk to downtown. Talk about those bike rentals. Talk about that you can rent the scooters. Talk about it's like a $5 Uber ride. Add in as much detail about getting to places as possible. I mean, this is like, you really, really, really need to write out the description and make it look good. But uploading to Airbnb is pretty simple. It's a guided process. It would take you about an hour to do it, hour to 2 hours to do it if you do it right. And then I would say get someone ready to clean it if you cannot clean it. So talk to a friend or talk to someone who can help you out with it, because it is going to get busy and you're going to need someone to help you out with cleaning it if you can't do it all the time. So property, budget, prep the property, decor, photos, put it online, and get ready because it's going to get busy.
So what kind of property will give me the best return?
So like I said before, I think 3-bedroom, 2-bath houses in desirable areas are the highest return, hands down. So,
is there a specific neighborhood in San Diego that books more often than others?
So that's a subjective question. I think price for the per night is what really drives everyone. So, I mean, if you have a place that you can, price it low and it's in a relatively cute area, then you're going to be booked. But I think more urban areas are going to be able to yield a higher price because, even in your description, you could put in there, we're only $100 a night versus, the Hilton not even a mile away is $300 a night. And you can put that in the description to show people, look, I'm here and the hotel's here. You're charging 1/3 the price and you're getting probably just as good of a place, if not better.
How much time and money goes into maintaining a listing?
I would say each listing takes up about 3 to 5 hours a week, maybe less, depending. In the beginning, it takes that long because you want to, make sure that they check in okay. You want to make sure that everything's running well. You want to make sure that if they have any questions, you're there to answer them. It probably tapers off to like 1 hour a week per listing, all combined with communication and check-in and all that good stuff.
Should I be listing my property on just Airbnb, VRBO, like what other kinds of websites?
It just adds a level of complication if you put it on other websites. There are ways to sync the calendars from other platforms, but if you want to expose your property at its highest level, then put it on multiple sites. But just be aware of the service fee that each website or platform charges. I know VRBO charges much more than Airbnb. There's other platforms that charge just as much as Airbnb. You need to investigate to see if each platform pays the city taxes or don't. So you need to. That's what I mean with a level of complication or complexity, is that you're just adding a level of complexity.
How would I go about fixing a bad review?
Good question. I don't know. I don't know how to fix a bad review so far. I mean, just like any other industry, maybe just reaching out to them individually, which I've done, and asking them to change it, or maybe compensating them a little bit by saying, hey, this is going to be detrimental to my business. Is this really what you thought? I don't know. I mean, that's an option.
And if I'm just starting out, how do I start getting good reviews and just making sure I get good reviews?
Go above and beyond. Go above and beyond. Put flowers inside the unit. Make it look cute. Meet the guest and greet them and talk to them about the area. Be as accommodating as possible with the time that you're given. This is a hospitality industry business. So be nice to people. Be welcoming. Be at their assistance as much as possible, and that will get you a good review. So, unless you guys have any other questions, it's kind of a little intro into Airbnb. It's a super fun side business. It can change your life. I mean, I haven't paid a mortgage since January, last January. So, I mean, it does pay off with a little bit of hard work. So, thanks for tuning in, guys. If you guys are interested in looking at properties or investment properties for Airbnb or for any other purpose, give me a call. I work in the metro area and love what I do. So talk to you soon. Thanks. That was fun.